Today is a big day because my mother, who worked so hard on her book, she has the #1 book on the New York Times. Everybody please say, congratulations, Mama T. 1, 2, 3.
Because of Rumi's carefree and happy demeanor on stage during Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter tour, online medical professionals and self-described experts may have concluded that her behaviors mirror those of STMing, hands flapping, and spectrum-like tendencies, all of which are indicative of autism. Although it's simple to appreciate the joyousness of a child celebrating in front of thousands of devoted fans, it's hard to help but wonder why Beyoncé has largely avoided mentioning Rumi and her brother, Sir Carter, for so long. Has she unintentionally disclosed one of the couple's most intimate secrets? The internet appears to have gone into overdrive over Rumi's appearance and behavior while performing live with Beyoncé during the Cowboy Carter tour. This is because Rumi's crazed enthusiasm on stage has been compared to symptoms of autism by various self-described experts and online doctors. In addition, they came to the conclusion that, in contrast to Rumi, who still makes few public appearances, her twin brother, Sir Carter, may have an even more severe form of autism, which is why he has been given no attention at all. Beyoncé's difficulties during her 2017 pregnancy have been connected to the twins' alleged autistic behaviors. Her pregnancy was unexpected and full of health risks. As she revealed when she described how difficult it was, she experienced preeclampsia and other complications. Due to extreme swelling and elevated blood pressure, Beyoncé disclosed that she was kept in bed for more than a month. At one point, the twins' heartbeats paused multiple times, requiring an emergency cesarean section. In retrospect, she said, "I weighed 218 pounds on the day I gave birth. In addition to preeclampsia, preeclampsia, and toxemia, my unborn child's heartbeat briefly paused during pregnancy. After giving birth, both twins were kept in neonatal intensive care for weeks, which left Beyoncé in survival mode. It wasn't until months later that she realized how serious the situation was." She explained the profound effects of the C-section. "It had been major surgery. My core felt different. I required some time to recuperate." During her recuperation, this journey inspired her to prioritize self-care and embrace self-love. Even though Beyoncé disclosed that she has always envisioned a life in which she could travel the world with her family and introduce them to various languages, architectural styles, and lifestyles, she and Jay-Z have shielded their family and maintained their privacy.
She's so cute. Oh my god, Rumi Carter is never beating the autism allegations. Because she can't. Because she quite literally can't. That's kind of the point. Here's a little crash course in eugenics, anti-blackness, and ableism. What a lot of people don't know about ableism is that it doesn't just apply to disabled people. In fact, you don't have to have a diagnosis at all or a disability at all in order for ableism to impact you. That's kind of the point.
Rumi, her daughter, has had very few public appearances. Sir Carter, on the other hand, has only been spotted occasionally since his birth in June 2017 and seems to prefer life away from the spotlight. Still, internet sleuths have speculated that Sir Carter and Rumi are on the spectrum, despite Beyoncé and Jay-Z's protectionism and privacy stances. Based on her sparse appearances, Rumi may not have as severe autism as Sir Carter, according to several sources. Rumi's spectrum-like tendencies were evident during his first stage appearance at Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter tour. She might have been adequately trained to correct her excesses, though, because her next performance on stage was far better. With the exception of sporadic appearances by Rumi, as was the case at the 2025 Super Bowl at Caesars Superdome, where Jay-Z made a big appearance with his daughters, fans have come to accept that only Blue Ivy frequently takes center stage. Where's Sir Carter? During Rumi's infrequent appearances, fans have also observed that minders are always on hand to avoid any awkward situations. Sir Carter's absence and Rumi's attendance at the December 2024 premiere of Mufasa: The Lion King, in which his sister Blue Ivy played Kiara, have further bolstered the idea that Rumi's autism is not as severe as his brother's. Beyoncé has acknowledged that her 3 children have different needs, interests, and social lives as they get older, and she has been open about the difficulties of raising them in spite of these apparent obstacles. She highlighted the ways in which parenting continuously teaches her about herself and referred to her twins as a blessing. I love it, it's energizing and fulfilling, but it requires a lot of prayer and patience, she said. By carefully planning her performances around school breaks, Beyoncé makes it possible for Sir Carter, Blue Ivy, and Rumi to attend her dance rehearsals and guarantees that her kids can travel with her. She clarified, "Everywhere I go, my kids accompany me. In the studio with me, they arrive at my office after school. It makes sense that they would pick up my choreography. In an effort to keep her family's privacy intact despite their fame, Beyoncé is extremely protective of them. One thing I've worked extremely hard on is making sure my kids can have as much normalcy and privacy as possible. It is very easy for celebrities to transform their lives into performance art," she said. "No amount of money is worth my peace, so I have worked very hard to uphold my boundaries and safeguard my family and myself." Rumi's grandmother, Tina Nollis, has been an outspoken advocate for her grandchildren in the meantime. Giving a glimpse into the personalities of her grandchildren, she said, "The girl is just going to rule the world," describing Rumi as a future leader. Comparing Sir Carter to his father, he described him as more relaxed and laid back. Sir Carter does not have the same taste in music or fashion as his sisters, Tina clarified in an interview with Eon Online. Sir enjoys electronics and books more. He's very, very smart, she explained. And he's not as interested in fashion because he's very quiet and does all the numbers. She contrasted this by praising Rumi as a fantastic painter, artist, and creator. While considering their creative setting, in what other way could they have developed in that setting? Despite the fact that Beyoncé and Jay-Z have not formally acknowledged any disabilities in their kids, fans have taken it upon themselves to draw conclusions about Sir Carter's total absence from public events and Rumi's sparse public appearances. Rumi's spectrum-like tendencies in Sir Carter's public absence were linked to autism by some online doctors and self-proclaimed experts after Beyoncé disclosed that she had preeclampsia during her pregnancy. Preeclampsia and autism have been linked in studies, suggesting that children born to mothers with preeclampsia are more likely to receive an autism spectrum disorder. Studies have indicated that children born to mothers with preeclampsia have a 60% increased risk of developing ASD. These children are also more likely to experience social communication issues and developmental delays, 2 common symptoms of ASD. In their observations of Rumi's recent stage appearances during Beyoncé's tour, observers have pointed out behaviors that are consistent with some symptoms of ASD, including repetitive actions, hand flapping, and an obsession with lights. Beyoncé had done a good job of hiding Rumi's illness from the public up until this point, but it's possible that her recent appearance has finally revealed one of the industry's best-kept secrets. Internet users are going crazy over this, and social media platforms are exploding with debate. As might be expected, fans have differing opinions on the matter. Some are worried that Rumi may have autism, while others are interested or sympathetic. Unfortunately, not every response has been positive. Some have been cruel, using derogatory language and implying that Rumi is strange. Defenders, in stark contrast, have gathered around the young girl and declared that little girl is perfectly perfect. With a controversial post on X, Kanye West has even offered his opinion on the matter. He expressed doubt about the in vitro fertilization process used to conceive Sir Carter and Rumi, speculating that it might have affected the development of their cognitive abilities. He wrote in his post, "Jay-Z and Beyoncé's younger children, have you ever seen them? They're literally saying no, which is why artificial insemination is so beneficial. They have the option to have children. If Twitter takes me down, then so be it. But I need y'all to know, Jay-Z or nobody has no power over me," he added in a follow-up tweet, further demonstrating his resolve. Kanye's post about their kids in such a crude and offensive way is said to have infuriated Jay-Z and Beyoncé. According to a source close to the situation, Jay-Z and Beyoncé are talking about how they want to handle this, whether it be in a private or legal way, and are aware of the post that Kanye has since removed. The couple, however, has no intention of publicly responding to posts made by Kanye's ex. regarding their kids. Rumi has not yet received a public diagnosis of autism from a qualified specialist, so any such claims are still firmly in the realm of conjecture. Experts have also cautioned against making assumptions about a child's neurotype based on a brief video clip because doing so may unintentionally perpetuate the idea that neurodivergence is a passing fad or joke rather than a genuine feature of human diversity. Children's identities should be discussed carefully and sensitively until their parents or healthcare providers decide to disclose information about their neurodevelopmental status. The emphasis should be on creating a safe space that facilitates individual investigation and comprehension rather than drawing hasty judgments from scant data. The fact that autism is a complicated and multidimensional disorder that cannot be identified from isolated behaviors or brief moments caught on camera must be kept in mind when a video of a 7-year-old girl dancing joyfully with her mother on stage sparks a discussion about being on the spectrum. Beyoncé's open admission of the difficulties she encountered during her pregnancy, which were exacerbated by preeclampsia, is what started this controversy. Rumi has raised questions about her children's health by allowing them to perform on stage in front of enthusiastic fans and onlookers, drawing attention to every happy moment. Still, it's unclear if Beyoncé accidentally disclosed information about Rumi's health while merely attempting to be a devoted and healthful mother. Please share your opinions in the comment section. We appreciate you watching.